Hi, George Williams, founder and CEO of Reliability X, back at our mini series on some basic opportunities we can look at on the maintenance and operations side of the fence to get a little better. We've already looked at a bunch of different things, so alarm points, event rates, rework, PM routes. Today we're going to move over to on the maintenance side of operations. So if you're in a manufacturing facility, oftentimes we respond to operations. One of the largest opportunities is something that we call, no part replaced. How often are we looking at how much we help operations? If you speak to the folks in maintenance, they're telling you it's all the time. I constantly go to the line and I've just got to get the line back up and running. And that's your job, right? The line has to get up and running. And so you're doing a fantastic job of it. But let's take a look at how we can help operations get a little better. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel. We actually love the feedback, so leave some comments, get engaged in the conversation. And if you need more information on how to find opportunity, hit us up at ask@reliabilityx.com. So let's look at no part replaced. Generally speaking, you're going to pull this data out of your CMMS system. So in the CMMS system, we're going to look at, well, how often am I helping an operator? Well, how do I know I'm helping an operator? A couple of ways. One, it will be at the line where the operator works, right? So the work order has to be assigned to that line. So we need an equipment hierarchy inside the CMMS that identifies on the work order, I went out to this particular line. We'll say line 1. The second thing we have to see is that there are no parts. Now, this is not all inclusive. Sometimes we go out and a controls person has to make a tweak to a program. Maybe we go out and there's a loose connection. We strip it, reconnect, tighten it up. There's no actual part replaced in those instances either. I get that. But generally speaking, we go out an awful lot to help with line setups that weren't done correctly, or because there was no incoming raw material inspection. Here's how this works on the maintenance side. Somebody in procurement decides to buy some cheaper materials, or the materials come in from the vendor slightly flawed, meaning a print bar is off that is for an encoder, or some barcode is off on the print, or the target was cut in a too high of a stack and it's out of specification at the bottom. Either way, eventually that product makes that raw material makes it to the line. What happens is when it runs in a line, the line's not running well, right? I can't see it on the encoder. The car gets getting jammed in the case erector, whatever the case may be, maintenance gets called. Maintenance comes out and they kind of adjust the equipment to run the bad incoming raw material. So what happens with the next lot that comes in that's within specification? Well, it no longer runs right because the machine has been altered. Phone rings, maintenance comes out, they tweak the line again. Eventually, the line has been tweaked so many times, it's way out of center line, and it's hard to determine what is right or wrong settings. This is an opportunity for the maintenance department to identify areas where this happens consistently, make sure that we have a good incoming raw material inspection process, and make sure there are operational standards and training in place to ensure that it can be identified as something other than a maintenance issue. Why am I suggesting that maintenance drives this? Well, because you have the expertise. You know how to get the line back up and running when it does have incoming raw material that's out of spec. You understand how to center line the equipment, how to operate the equipment, how to run it properly. It's part of your role to ensure reliability. Reliability means the line runs, not just that parts don't break. And so it's on you, in my opinion, to help drive some of these things. So look in your CMMS for areas of opportunity to train operators, have better incoming raw material inspections, and overall just make the plant more reliable.